Protro season continues. They don't smell like anything, actually. They just smell fresh, as they should. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is Nike Kobe 4 Protro in the Philadelphia colorway, also known as the Philly colorway. And with that being said, look at that box. I just really like it. Every single Kobe Protro so far has, or not so far, but recently, has been coming in one of these boxes. They're just straight up matte black with the snake scales on top. I just really dig the way that it looks. This shoe right here, in case you didn't watch our previous video on the Venice Beach 8s, is releasing in a, not a 3-pack, but 3 shoes are releasing all at the same time on April 13th to celebrate Kobe Bryant's last game in the NBA. Each shoe represents a different city and the different areas that kind of shaped Kobe's life. So this is where things started, where he was born and raised. On the playground is where I spend most of my days. I think he was chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Shooting some b-ball outside of the school. But a couple of guys that were up to no good didn't come up to him and f around with him, okay? That's a different guy. Inside of the insole though, you can actually see Kobe's birthday, so that's always a good touch. And the Venice Beach colorway is supposed to represent LA and his time spent there, while the Italian camo colorway is to represent his Italian roots and things like that. Because his dad was a professional NBA player, and when he was done in the NBA, he actually went overseas to go play there, and so Kobe grew up a lot in that area. Now this colorway was an original colorway on the Nike Kobe 4s, but from what I can remember, these are way more vibrant than the original. So I don't know if that's like my memory serving me incorrectly, or if just that's true and that the colors used here are just much more rich compared to the original. But that's the way that it feels, because I remember not really loving this colorway when I first saw them. However, not too long ago, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. It was during spring break for the kids when we were up in, we would go play basketball and stuff. We play over in Folsom all the time. One of the guys over there, he actually watches our videos, so thank you. But he was wearing these a little bit early, and I was like, dude, what the, are those coming back? Like, I didn't even know that there was gonna be a Protro of this at the moment. And so yeah, he was explaining to me that it was the Protro, and that's what I was like, are they, like, how are they so fresh looking? Because I don't remember them being this vibrant. So yeah, it was really cool to see them like on the basketball court for the first time, because I know that a lot of people that are gonna grab these, unfortunately, might never lace them up. So hopefully you guys do though. The outsole is just a thing of beauty. I mean, look at this. This was the first truly aggressive traction pattern that I was like in love with. It just works so well indoors, outdoors. If you play in them outdoors, you will burn through them a little bit quicker than you would indoors. I just love this. It's just herringbone. It's very simple, but it's aggressive. It's all over the shoe. I just love this. This is one of my favorite shoes to play in of all time. I still hold the 6 slightly above the 4s, but the 4s are probably right there, if not in line with the Kobe 5s. That one I have like a big love-hate relationship with, because I fractured my tibias in those things. All those stress fractures, remember that? Because I wore the shit out of the Kobe 5s until they messed up my legs. But man, it was a good shoe. But anyways, in between the outsole and the midsole, we actually have a glass-based carbon fiber shank plate. This guy is very small, but it's very sturdy. It's also extremely lightweight when comparing it to other carbon fiber shanks. So if you're gonna go way back in time, say to 1995 in the Air Jordan 11, not only is this just a smaller shank plate in general, but this style of carbon fiber is lighter than that. Or if you were to compare them to something more modern, I guess, like the Way of Wade 10, again, much smaller, but a lot lighter at the same time. Now the midsole itself is a lightweight Phylon, and inside of that is full-length Zoom Air. Haha, just kidding. Remember that? Somebody like copied and pasted the Kobe 1 Protro
I do remember.
tech specs.
You serious?
But inside of that lightweight Phylon midsole is a heel Zoom Air unit. There's nothing in the forefoot. The originals actually had a small or thin lunar lawn pad in the forefoot. It wasn't the best thing ever, but I think that it was comfortable enough, and that stuff molded to your forefoot, like the shape and everything, much like an insole would. So the longer that you played in the shoe, the more it just kind of felt like your foot when you were putting it in there. So it felt like a one-to-one to me. Now the insole is a dark blue Ortholite style of insole. No, that's not Ortholite's best version of their insoles, but it is a lot more dense than the really light blue stuff. The light blue might be their worst stuff. It's just very open celled, very light, very fluffy, great stepping comfort, but doesn't last for anything. This guy has a little bit more tighter of an air pocket, so while it's still open celled foam, they're just a lot more of them. They're very tightly packed, and so it still gives you a little bit of stepping comfort, but it will last a lot longer on top of that. Now the materials are really interesting for this shoe. They're all pretty much synthetic everything. So this toe cap right here is a synthetic leather, but it actually feels really good. Like this right here, I would not mind modern performance shoes featured this stuff right here. Like this is not genuine leather. It's not cowhide or pig hide or any of that stuff, but it mimics leather to a point to where it's good enough. It's lightweight. It's, I guess you could say like better for people that care about that kind of thing. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? Like you mimic leather to the point to where it looks and feels like it, but without sacrificing anything. I wish that we would see this more often. Now the inner panel right here and the collar panel are really interesting. Same thing with the tongue. Those are also synthetic materials, so not leather or anything like that, but they're actually reflective. I had no idea. I've never had these before, like this particular colorway, so that was kind of cool. I thought that was a really dope feature. Now the mid panel is Flywire, just like the original. This is actually first gen Flywire, so this stuff is questionable at best, where it's a straight up plastic panel. And then in between the panel, you got those little threadings, which are the fly wire cables. They're isolated to the panel itself. So where modern or newer generations of fly wire would be kind of independent and go all the way down to the footbed, this guy is isolated to the panel itself. Technically, once it's lasted with its strobel and everything like that, then it's attached to the footbed. But still, if you were to look at the panel itself, it's just a bunch of loops of threading and stuff like that. So is it actually doing what, you know, modern day fly wire is supposed to do? I don't know. I think without it, it's still plastic. It's still going to contain just fine. So a gimmick back then, but still without this, we wouldn't have current modern generation fly wire. So, you know, you got to start somewhere. The tongue itself is very breathable. It's a nice open celled mesh. My favorite Kobe tongue actually is on the next two models, the 5 and the 6, where they had the Nike Torch system. If you have not tried it, I highly recommend. And then the rear of the shoe has the heel counter right here. This guy is just beautiful. I just love it. A lot of people actually are surprised that the Kobe signature or autograph is only on the right shoe. So just in case you did not know, that's where it is. It's not on the left shoe. So don't be like, oh, I got some fakes. Trust me, they're not fake. This is how they are. And then you can also see the 24 stamped right in there on that back panel of synthetic leather, and everything looks great. Looks like it used to way back in the day, back in 2009, the good old days for Nike basketball. And as far as fit is concerned, I would go true to size. I think that they fit perfectly as they are. So whatever you typically wear, that's what I would order. If you've already got a pair of Kobe 4 Protros or a pair of Kobe 4 Originals, go with whatever that size is, and you should be good to go. But for me personally, I go true to size. And I mean, this is just a great shoe, dude. Like, I literally still play basketball in the Kobe 4 Protro. But with all that being said, do we happen to have a question of the day?
Yes, it's a personal one though. Only you can answer it.
Who asked it?
Somebody on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I thought it was personal from you to me.
Now, do you keep all the kicks you review or give them away, trade them? What do you do with them?
It depends on the shoes. Some of them I keep, a lot of them I get rid of. A lot of them we don't even like have to buy anymore, thankfully, not because they're sent to us for free or anything. It's because I will go and borrow them and I get to bring them back, so it saves us money. We are completely, fully independent, so we don't rely on seating or brand deals or anything like that. We are self-funded here. We have been since 2009, since the channel started. On top of that, we have, I guess, recently implemented, it's a few years old, like 3 or 4 years now, where we have a Discord community. So we're also viewer/reader supported. So if you watch or read, you know, whether it's the website or the videos, and you know, either both or only, doesn't matter. But those people are on there and they actually help fund the channel too. So when I do buy something like this right here, I couldn't just go and get it. I had to go and buy, like, pay for resale. So that's where, like, I'm able to go and do that so that we can give free reviews and all that stuff, free information that seems to be pretty valuable to a lot of people that are consuming sneakers and stuff like that, especially nowadays, especially with how much stuff is coming. You know what I mean? Like, every colorway feels different, like material wise and stuff like that. So you never know what you're getting at this point. It's not like it used to be where, like, oh yeah, there's just, you know, it's just another colorway. It's not like that anymore. Like those 5s, those sale 5s, for example, complete crap. And a lot of people wouldn't know that unless somebody actually said it.
It's me. Hi.
So yeah, that's pretty much what we do. We still do a ton of giveaways though. I give away a lot of stuff to our Discord members because they're the ones that help fund this channel. They get all that access. It'll be either in their size, or it could be stuff that is mine that is just things that I've gotten and I don't want. And I'm like, hey, does anybody want this? And a lot of times somebody's like, yeah. And then I just got rid of most of my like actual personal collection just because I wasn't wearing any of it. I slimmed everything down. It's still a lot of footwear, but it's not the way that it was where there's like shoes everywhere. So yeah, that's what we do. That was a fun one. I can't ask them though. What do you do? Or I mean, I guess you can. Do you donate shoes? Do you sell the old ones that you had? How many shoes do you have? Is it like me where it's just like, bro, I don't need all this stuff? Or are you like old me where I'm just like a hoarder of sneakers? I'm not judging, just saying, I've been there. But anyways, we will catch you guys on the next one. So until then, have a good one.